Morning, Camino. It's Pastor Bruce. Prior to last night, I had never actually watched any of the Godfather movies. Um, they seemed long, and I didn't really. Obviously, it's about the mafia, about the mob, and I just hadn't got to it, and it was too long now, and they're old, and so I just didn't. Well, last night it came on, and I thought, you know what? I've got actual time. I mean, there's so many quotes and references to it. I've just seen bits and pieces over the years, small 1-2 minute segments, And I thought, well, let's see what it's all about. So I watched it, and it was interesting, uh, fictional, but talking about the Italian mafia and the five families that came from Italy, ultimately over into the U.S. In the late 1800s, and started establishing themselves as the mafia. Five different families, different types of illegal activities. It was just kind of interesting. But one of the things that struck me as I'm watching the movie is family, and to them, how important their family was. At least that's how it was, and really what they mean or what they meant was, who can you trust in this life? I mean, when it gets right down to the end, to the ultimate level of trust, who do you trust? And their standard for that, their ultimate group circle was their family, be it good or bad. That was always the inner circle. And I thought about that. I thought, this issue of trust is a big deal. I mean, who do you trust? How do you know who you can trust? And how close are those people? Because life has a lot of ups and downs and a lot of turns, and we go through a lot of different phases in our lives, and we need people that we can trust. Obviously, Scripture, we need to know God, a God we can trust, God, the one and only God, and we trust Him because we can, because He's God. And He will never fail us and never leave us. And no, life may not work out quite the way we would think or we would vote for, but we trust His love, we trust His sovereignty, and we can trust Him. When all else fails, we can trust God. This passage, Proverbs chapter 3, is a familiar passage. I want to read the verses that come before the more famous verse. This is verse 1 and following up through verse 6. It says, "My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." We can trust in God, trust in Him, even when we don't understand it. Submit to Him, even when we don't understand it. And He will make our path straight. He will level them out. He will show us, this is the way that you want to live your life. These are the things that are important. These are the things that will not disappoint you. Trust Him. See you soon, church.